A couple tips for speedy pit service. Like I said, after you spot your first, the shot, you know where it's at. It's either in the black or the white. You've got two sets of pacers, white pacers, black pacers. If your last shot was black, get a black paster ready to go, so you don't have to turn your back and pull a paster off when when you have the target back down after that next shot. So have a paster ready to go to mark that last shot, so you can do it fairly quickly for the next shot as far as marking. That last shot was a 10. I marked the old shot, which was a 9 with a black paster. Getting a new paster, which is another black paster, for the next shot. You'll see I have a rope here. Sometimes shooters will bring their own ropes to a match just to help pull the target down. It's a good idea if you're on this type of system where it's a pulley-based target system. For a cantilever system, you don't really need it because it's on a balance type beam and it's all counterweight and pivot points, and it's not very difficult to just touch the target and have it swing down on its own. We have the next shot's a 9. Mark the old 10. So as you can see, we're running it up inside. I'm pretty sure that was less than 10 seconds. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'll look at it when I edit this video. On these type of systems where you've got metal on metal contact, obviously sometimes these frames or these targets points get pretty rough. I shoot at Camp Pendleton, Marine Corps base. They have a range that we have access to for missions. Sometimes those things get pretty gritty because they're exposed to weather constantly. And lubrication is a key issue. They'll use some sort of oil. I found that PAM actually works very well for these situations. Another shooter at the matches I go to had PAM with him for a match. He sprayed it on his target point, and I thought it was, I didn't know if it worked very well. So I asked him about it, and he said it worked great. So I tried it, and it runs incredibly slick as far as providing good lubricant for the... So as you can see, this is a fairly simple process. It gets boring. Pit service can get boring. What you don't want to do is start carrying conversations on with the next person or the people in your adjacent target points. You want to be attentive to the target, watching the impact berm, making sure that you get that target down once the shot has occurred, in order to stay within that 10-second point from impact, target down to target up. Generally, when you shoot at a match, this is just some practice session, informal session at the range we're at, you'll have a 4 relay system. 4 relay systems, you'll have 2 shooters on the line, 2 shooters in the pits. A lot of times the two people in the pits on one single target point will work together to pull down the target, score it, and run it back up. I find that we tend to get in the way, each other's way when we're moving around, especially if one guy's on this side and I'm on this side, and we're trying to reach, one person's doing one thing like moving the scoring disc while another person is marking the shot. So we'll be we'll be running into each other. So I like to actually work by myself when it comes to working in the pits and providing pit service. So in a 4 relay system, and we have 2 people on the target point, I'll tend to ask the person I'm with if we can one person operates the target for one shooter, then we'll switch off for the next shooter. It's easier that way. The only time I'll need a second person in general is maybe I'll drop the scoring disc or the spotting disc on the ground, and I'll have to go hunt for it, and obviously that adds more seconds to the actual pit service for that specific shot. So maybe it's a good idea to have that other person with you on that target point to just be ready with a spare spotter, spare scoring disc, a spare paster, so that in the event you drop something, you don't have to go hunting around for it while the target's still down and the shooter's waiting for you to get that target back up. So at least you have someone to give you that emergency backup, throw it on there, run it back up, and still stay within a 10 to 12 second pit service rotation.